Hi painting crew, today I'm going over your week 5 project, the glowing light in the dark project. So let's get started. Okay, so for your materials you're going to need a pencil, an eraser, a phone or camera to take a picture, and a glowing object of your choice. So a candle, lights, something fun like that. Okay guys, so when you have your glowing light in a dark space, when you put your camera on it, you're gonna notice that the light kind of blows out. So if you actually look at this candle like in real life, you can see that the flame is the brightest part, but here on the camera, it's this whole section. So what you can do is you can press right on your screen where the brightest part is. So for example, the flame, and you can see it focuses like that. So make sure that you do that when you take your picture. So like always with our picture, we want to crop in so the subject of our assignment is front and center, nice and big. We can get all the detail and focus on our objective. So that's what I'm doing right here. Remember that changing it to black and white can also be super helpful. So here's the photo that I worked from. Okay, so now I just wanted to go over how to make lights appear like they're glowing in the dark, which is called ambient lighting. So an important thing to know is that, as always, our value structure is super important, but here this is something we really want to consider. So because our glowing light is so bright in the dark, it's going to be our brightest value, and black and white are opposites, as you know. So to really make the white appear as bright as possible, we want the dark value to be evident, and then we also want to create the gradient in between to create that light. So here, this circle, I'm drawing the L in the middle is the light, and then the space around it that's black is what I'm shading in here. And what we want is to create a gradient in that circle around the L, which is the highlight, and have it create a gradient and an ombre in between, which is what I'm doing here with this marker. Again, this is just a little demonstration. It's not actually how you would be doing it, but it's something I want you guys to think about when you're doing this. So again, we want the light to look like it's radiating out, so we are going from the super bright highlight to the black, those two opposites. We want to make sure that they're both there to make the white appear bright. It makes it stand out because black and white are complementaries, just like with colors. And so another thing we want to consider is when what the light is hitting around it as well, just like a normal still life, and this will also show that the light is radiating out and hitting those things too. So yeah, so now I'm going to start my demo. You guys can watch and see how I draw my candle. Alright guys, so here's the finished piece. You can see that I really focused on making the candle the brightest part of the image, and I also added those circular lines around the candle to make it look like it's glowing outward. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm really looking forward to seeing your work. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them, and happy drawing.